sorry for late reply on this, but yeah, ENJ, it's been beat down at every chance it has got, basically. Um, if it's something looks positive on the chart. Well, it's into a huge level. There's no question about it. I mean, this is where the bull run started last time. Now, the the weekly flight 100 moving average, that is what needs to be recaptured to be true. So you tried to do it here and then failed. Once it gets below this flight 100 again, it's a process to get back above it. So it's a little bit more risky, but of course, if you were buying down here, you're getting a lower entry point. But the Flight 100 will need to drop down into price, and it'll take time for that to kind of drop down into price, and the price would obviously need to get back above that to be properly truly bullish. Um, this is very interesting, though. You were saying there's something positive on the chart. There is it's not a huge volume or anything, but there is this little stop hunt, potentially trying to put in some sort of a bottom here. So that is interesting. Like you can see it done it here and had a big bounce. It's trying to do it here. I suppose there was the double bottom there. There was a bit of a double bottom here, or you could point it to here maybe. And then it just grinded for a while and then moved up. But there's definitely something interesting here. But let's look at other time frames to see if we can see anything. So I'm going to start here on the yearly, and this is it's been a problem for many coins. Look at this bearish yearly stop hunt, right? That is a major problem. Well, that is no the either just below uh, on the yearly chart we have failed just below the previous low, or sorry, just below the previous high, or we stop onto the previous high. Okay, so and then we drop down and flip red on the year. That is the story with the majority of the market at the moment, and these crashes are the result, unfortunately. So you can see it there. Yeah, you would like to see some sort of a bottom here. This could be some sort of a bottom in the near term. Like if you look here, look at the yearly. This is piercing and stop hunting the giant green candle. Look at this. If I zoom in a little bit here, um, yeah, my line's not too bad there, but you can just see this stop hunting the large yearly candle. That's a big level. So, as long as we're above this white line now, which is at 1277, this chart is bullish. If I flip to the daily here, well, we are bullish now above that, and that level has been tested and kind of chopping about around here. So here's is below that large green candle. It is potentially some sort of a stop onto that green candle. If we zoom out to the 2 week chart, if you look back here, we kind of had some similar, you had the big drop and the kind of consolidation and the roll into that bottom, and then it was a process here. Now, this is not identical, but there is that, that drop and then the kind of roll into that bottom. Can this somehow hold? We also, like you can see here, this red candle here uh, looks a little bit similar to here. And this large candle here, the red candle with a wick on it, looks kind of similar to this one. So if we could build out a bit of a base here, that could help this be a significant bottom here. Also, I mean, I don't think, but you never know that, on a new 2 week candle, you can see here 2 week candle, that, we need to watch this because a small dip to fill the wick here was a buy and it bounced higher and we kind of created this U-shaped pattern. So, you know, this is already up 8% today, but it is next week that is going to be extremely important. The next 2 week candle, sorry, is going to be extremely important in 3 days because that will kind of tell us, if there is buying pressure in this market. So if you're really interested in this coin, the way to trade it would be on a new 2 week candle, something like that, and look to be buying into the wick, or when it flips green and put your stop below the new wick, and see if this can actually move off this level because it's a huge stop hunt level on that. Was it the yearly chart now? I forget. Yeah, the yearly chart. That's a big level. So we'll look here at ICX. Now, similar situation in a way, in the fact that the yearly created a lower high here, and we dropped and flipped red, and we dropped right down. Now, this is technically at the moment a bearish engulfing yearly candle that pierced below the lows, and we're getting some sort of a reaction or a bounce here. But overall, the candle is not great. Um, what we would like to see here is a lot of strength into the end of the year, and for this candle to not close the early, and then next year, like so, if it closed up here somewhere, this would be a small candle, and then with these small candles, it's a lot easier to break out. Well, this was a kind of a small candle, and you can see it broke out above it, which led to the alt season then, and the price went higher. So it's better to create a small candle here. This is a per candle, and many coins actually have this per candle at the moment. So we really do want to see strength into the end of the year. Let's keep flicking through here. On the 6 months, this is getting a little bit better in a way because we have that small candle. So ideally, we could pop up here and kind of create a bit of a doji candle. So then it becomes easier to break out above it, because the important thing is to break above the previous candle. And so far, this is it's a reasonably small candle, and let's just look where that line is. So you can see there where that line is there. It's not that far above for this to flip green on a 6 month. And basically, what we want here is something similar to over here. You get that move up, and you get maybe the consolidation down before running. And I would suggest something similar is what you'd want to see. You get the move up and maybe some move. This trend line here above is also very important, so we need to watch that. So you want to see that if there's a bit of continuation here, and then you get consolidation, and look for that break. Um, it's not really a head and shoulders or anything, but it will be a very important trend line to break. If I actually zoom out a little bit, I suppose you could run another trend line right across here, so that there's two big levels you can see touching here, here, in through here. We broke it, and you got to move, retest, 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 and then you finally broke down, retesting here. So these two trend lines are pretty important for seeing continuation. If we break above these trend lines, then the price will be easier. On the weekly, it's kind of the same situation. You can see here, price held the white 100 moving average, and that allowed for the alt season. This failed, and once we dropped and closed below the white 100, price has been bearish. So price needs to somehow reclaim that white 100 moving average. This is also a very nice stop hunt here. You can just see it's trying to stop hunt. So obviously at the moment, this is a buy right now, and price is bullish as long as we stay above the white line. Again, the new 2 week will be very important. And yeah, it's up 8% today, so no need to FOMO into this. But if it's actually going to move, you'll probably want to see this move on a new 2 week candle in 3 days' time, which will be very important. These wicks here, you want to see this holding and drop down to fill the wick a little bit, and then flip green and move. So I think it's okay to wait until a new 2 week for this.